support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
Alante here with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. I am here with Jason at the J5 booth, and it looks like we've got a 360 AI-powered webcam from J5. Well, what can you tell me about it?
So basically with this 360 web camera, specific for different meeting rooms that we have. So in this case here, we're demoing everything from a meeting room perspective to showcase that we can have multiple people at the same time on camera. So with the 360, you're able to pick up different people in different angles in a 360-degree space with different people sitting in different orientation. And our camera basically specializes in having AI technology to detect when people are speaking and when people are looking at a certain time so that it can magnify and zoom in at the same time for different people.
That's pretty cool. Right. So its focus is not only to capture multiple people, multiple sources, right, but to also if you need to focus on somebody that may be walking around the room or something like that, you can set the camera to do that?
Right, and you can have it focus on them at the same time. So with the AI, you can have it here with the button to basically fictitiously go on the camera and then have it with the boxes and everything like that.
Oh, that's perfect. And speaking of buttons, yeah. I'm seeing a couple here. So it looks like we've got, I see a box, I see a mode button, and I see what looks like an AI button. Am I safe to assume that the AI button is the one that kind of activates the AI mode that you were talking about?
So it activates it on and off. So with it being on, it's able to do tracking, so it would understand where people are seated. Yep. And with the image that you see on there, you'd be able to see the boxes that will identify the person, and there's clearly marked with a blue box. You can turn it on and off to be able to autofocus and manually focus on the person right there. So not only with that, you have 3 more buttons right here with the 2 buttons set up with the mode and then the zoom on the box to turn it on and off at the same time.
Okay, tell me what the mode button does.
Right. So the mode button basically configures yourself to have on screen when you're seeing yourself to showcase people in different angles. So you can have a full view, a couple of views where it can split the different views into having people set up into a full orientation of seeing everything in one image, or seeing people split in a different image when they're seated in a certain position. And then with that being said, it's always configurable that we can have it on different modes. You click it once and it auto switches to every different mode at the same time. It's also included in the instructions manual and the owner's manual to see everything that you have to know which mode you're going to by switching.
I hope it comes with a manual because
Everything being on there, the different modes is like you click it to see. It's like a one-click operation on it that way. Yeah.
I like it. That's very cool. Now let's talk about this last button. I see a kind of a square with a magnifying glass. Looks like it kind of zooms in. Am I right?
Right. So we have the magnifying glass on there to be able to help people to understand that it's a zoom. And basically what it will do is it will zoom in and out, and it also controls the ability to turn off the boxes on the buttons where it does the tracking through the AI to be able to identify people at the same time. So it's always one-click operation. You hit it once, and then you get a visual confirmation on the screen through the software that we have built in to identify what is the action being taken after hitting the button.
All right, this is looking pretty solid. Right. I think I would. There's a part of me that wants to touch on video quality, but I will say this: this isn't a camera that you're trying to make a James Cameron movie, right? You're not trying to blow anybody's socks off. This is meant for an office, or this is meant for a small business, or something like that. So it's the video quality that I've seen is something that is. Really, it's overachieving for the office space, in my opinion. Right. So it seems to be a pretty strong camera. So and it's beautiful design. Right. I guess the last thing we could touch up on is it looks like it is a USB device.
Right. So we do have it as USB, where it can be a Type A solution or it can be a Type C solution at the same time. So you give the best of both worlds depending on the device that you have. All you just have to do, if you want it to be a Type A solution, you connect in the adapter right here onto this side. Put in there. Oh, it's always reversible. Click it in. One click action. Be able to plug into your computer, into your legacy devices with a USB 2.0, 3.0 port, and everything is self-playable with the install for the software. Then you can snap it off when you want to go to Type C ports for different computer systems with Type C, and that's the main source of connectivity, along with the extension of the cable being a good length in order to put it in any side of the meeting room that you'd want to.
Beautiful. Awesome. Do you know if there's like a maximum for the amount of people that that the camera can see and focus on?
So maximum is whatever you want it to be. So anywhere in the room, if you want to have a school of people, basically in a meeting room, it'll be able to track. It would only be able to track just the people that's immediately within the 360 of the camera, where you can do the tracking manually to select who you want to be on it. So the more people you have on it, you can switch the modes to better suit the tailor the ability of what you want to see on the screen for the meeting. And it supports different video conferencing software, so you'd be able to get that adjustability through their software and our software at the same time.
That's awesome. Sounds like a party cam to me. Whoop. No, that's awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. And it looks like we also have a remote. This magically appeared in my hand. You didn't see it the whole time. So it looks like the remote does pretty much the same thing, right?
Right. So basically the remote is a convenience. So instead of having, let's say if you mount the camera in a specific place and you're not able to reach it, the convenience of having a remote control is that you're able to just make settings on the fly and make changes on the fly while having everybody sit in the same way. If you want to adjust the camera, you can always adjust the camera here. And the convenience of having the buttons here on the device itself is that you get the same features on the remote control itself, with the volumes, the AI control, the different mode settings to basically go in between the switching. Volume controls that we do support is volume up, volume down, to mute it. You can all do that from here on the same thing. It's on this side with the volume controls, but you can also do it as well from the remote. And the remote comes convenient with all the software features as well. All the instructions to understand how it works is in real time with the owner's manual that comes in the box.
Very nice. I like the sound of this. This is very cool. I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at a demo for this product. And so, take a look.
Hi, I'm Khalees from J5. I'm about to show you our 360 camera with AI technology that's built right into it. So as we look at the screen, we actually have the AI working on, and if we move around, we can actually see who it is focusing on with the blue square. The blue square is not necessarily going to be on there as you see it from the other side. So if you have it plugged into Zoom and Teams, those people won't see the blue square, but you will be able to see all the squares and who they're focusing on. So it will focus on faces as well as movement. So now we're going to check some of the other modes. So we have the 1-person mode, the 2-person mode, and the 3-person mode, as well as the 360 mode. We're going to focus more on the 360 just because that's the funnest part, where you can see the whole room around. So as you can see, we can see our videographer right here, and you guys can see the behind the scenes of what is going on here too, which is really cool. But as we move on, we can turn the AI off. Let's say you didn't want to hear or see someone in the screen. You didn't want to focus on them because they were talking too much, something like that. You can totally zoom in and out with your remote. Right there, you can pivot with your remote. Or, as he will show you, you can see him actually put his hand on the camera and circle around. Yeah, circle around the camera just to adjust where it is. This is where you can see the camera is actually one lens, not multiple lenses, which is really cool. The reason we have one lens is because it can actually go into a webcam mode, which he will pivot it for you right here. 1 second. And then we're going to go into the webcam mode. So you pivot it, and then once you pivot it, you can actually see 180 degrees. Currently, we have the AI off. But if we were to turn the AI on in this 180 degree sector, it would actually track him as he moves away and moves back in and out. So you can see the blue square on his face just because it's tracking him over there. And it will actually try to catch him in this 180 degrees in the screen. If you actually look at the camera over here from the back, you can actually see that it has a speaker right here. So the speaker is built into the webcam so that you can hear. So in a room full of 20 people, you are able to hear everyone in the room is able to hear very clearly. And it depends on the density of the room, of course, but we were able to hear in our conference room. It's really great. So we're going to go back to the 360 mode just so you guys can see how we normally use it. So he's just going to put it back up straight. And so once we're in the 360 mode, this is a split screen mode. I personally like this for presenting because you can see actually the whiteboard, you can see whatever presentation you have on, and it's great for everything that you need. And there we go. That is our 360 camera with AI technology.
Wow. I think that worked very well. I think that was super cool. I definitely think this is something that can work very well in an office space and a party space. And I think is, you know, the fact that, like you said, you can have multiple subjects focused on and that the camera can view at a time. It is a 360 view.
Right.
This can be useful for multiple applications, but of course, focus is on the office space, right?
Right.
So the last things I want to ask you are, what's the price looking like for these? Where can we find them, and when will they come out?
So prices, MSRP right now is $179.99. We're looking at an estimated time of release around April of this year. It may change, but if anything, please contact us at our website, www.j5create.com, to be able to understand when we'll have it released. Also on our website right now, if you want to take a look, we do have a notify me button on the website. So if you guys are interested in viewing the product or getting more information about it, you can be added to the list to be notified. You get an email when it does become available with the specific price. So if anything right now, when it does become available, it'll become available at different retailers at different times. We do have a where to buy page on our website where you'd be able to see all the different retailers. If you're really interested in the camera, you can see which retailer is next to you, close to you, to see where you can choose from. And the links on the website will take you directly to the j5create side of their website, so you can get more information from that retailer as well.
That's awesome. Do you know what the website is?
Right. So the website for ours is www.j5create.com or ian.j5create.com. You'll be able to look at more information from there for this product and more products that we have.
All right, man. I think that about does it. I can't think of any more questions for you. I think you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Jason. And CES has been a blast so far. This is day 3. Exhausting, but I tell you, I'm very happy to share all of this information, all of the information that we can find for you guys, our viewers. You're the reason why we are here, and we want to thank you for tuning in. For all of this CES coverage and more, please stay tuned to PLUGHITZlive.com/CES.